In celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, Ballet Hispánico presents an exciting lineup of performances and events celebrating the profound influence of Latinx culture on dance and society. They honor the beauty and diversity of the diaspora through contemporary dance rooted in tradition and captivating onstage storytelling. Joining us today is Ballet Hispánico CEO Artistic Director Eduardo Vilaro and dancer Amanda de Valle. Thank you both so much for joining me.
Happy to be here.
Hi, having.
So, as a dancer, I am so excited to get into this conversation. So, to start off, Ballet Hispánico is celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with a diverse lineup of performances and events. So, can you tell us about the highlights of this year's programming and what audiences can expect?
Sure, I'm happy.
Hi.
Go ahead, Amanda. If you, you.
Sorry. So, um, we have a few events lined up. We're actually on tour at the moment, performing around the U.S.
Mhm.
And we have a few works by a few Latin choreographers, Latinx choreographers, Annabelle Lopez Ochoa, Michelle Manzanales, and Pedro Ruiz. And we actually just finished performing our full-length ballet by Annabelle Lopez Ochoa, Doña Perón in Canada.
That's
So
awesome.
Ballet Hispánico celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month on a daily basis. It was founded in 1970 by Tina Ramirez, and she wanted to give access to not only Latin cultures, but to young people who wanted to find themselves in the culture as Latino American. And so we have a broad spectrum of works for this year as we move forward. So for Hispanic Heritage. And when I say that we uh, celebrate Latinidad on a daily basis, that's just by who we are and how we stand for representation. And so this year we have a wonderful tour. We just started, as Amanda said, in Calgary,
Hmm.
doing our full tour, which is and why being a work about Ida Phone is because one of our uh, one of our missions is back some work that's been taken over by non. So the story of Evita portrayed by her or Madonna by a Latina. Here is a full-length ballet made by a Latina. It makes it and nuanced ways that appropriates our story. It's not the same. So we have the tour, have a repertory program as mentioned that highlight of Latin choreographer and continue to show the different of who we are at because we're not just one, we're many that have of different diaspora.
That's awesome. I can't wait to talk about the tour a little later on in this segment. But Eduardo, as the artistic director and CEO of Ballet Hispanico, how do you see the organization's role in celebrating and promoting Latinx culture throughout the year and not just during Hispanic Heritage Month?
Well, as I just said, the thing that we do, I mean, we have a three-pronged organization that stands for representation of the Hispanic community here in America. Through our we offer the ability for young children of color to come themselves in this art form, perhaps prepare themselves for a career. So that is about opportunity to our community. It's also about our culture. Sometimes when you're an immigrant or when you're just here or you're learning about culture, you don't have that in the huge media. So that's very important how we on a do that.
Mm.
And also we have education arm called community partnership that go into public schools, in hospitals, to different community organizations and bring the data that we do along with our. So that is another goal of bringing our and that representation.
Hmm.
And then of course if we there's the beauty that Amanda is part of.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, Eduardo, I want to go back to you. Ballet Hispánico is often referred to as one of America's cultural treasures. So, could you share a little bit on what makes the organization unique and its impact on arts and the community?
Yes, of course I can. How we impact the arts in the community is because we have many dance ballet companies, and ballet is a beautiful form, and I love it. And we have it integrated into the work we do. Yet it's not the only so representation. And so we have a world of dance is geared towards a Eurocentric focus and not a multi-ethnic, multi-diverse. And so Ballet Hispanic offers that other narrative. It offers the ability to remove yourself from a structure that no, this is quality work. Only classical music, only ballet, only. Whereas we come in, work we do, you see, oh my goodness, that is excellence on stage. It's Latino, it's varied, it's ballet, and artists like Amanda are exquisite and deserve the same. So what we do is we place our community at the high level of all the other art forms and say we are here y somos fantásticos.
Absolutely. I do want to mention I was at your facilities not too long ago working with Share the Movement for an event. And, we were, Ballet Hispanico was hosting us and allowing us to use the space. And just being in that event, it really encompasses what Ballet Hispanico stands for. So, thank you so much for that. And so, speaking of sharing, Amanda, can you share what ways has Ballet Hispanico School of Dance and Community Arts partnerships impacted your growth as a dancer and your connection with the broader community?
Ballet Hispánico School of Dance and the entire organization has impacted my growth not only as an artist but as a human being because we've been able to connect with our community and show the joy and the love that we have for arts and culture and celebration. And it just brings together people of all and combines so much, combines culture, music, love for arts, and celebration of life.
And so, with that, over the years, Ballet Hispanico has provided a platform for underrepresented voices. So, can you share some success stories or initiatives that reflect the organization's commitment to inclusivity and diversity?
There's so many success stories. We get to perform in many underprivileged schools where kids don't get to see arts as often as they should, or get to interact with artists, learn different dance styles, learn what it means to be um, a person of color and just someone who's different. And it's such a blessing to be able to be a part of an organization where we get to go to these communities and share our art form, share knowledge, share wisdom, and just get to see these kids smile. And we do so much more all throughout the US and internationally.
That's
Can
amazing.
I
Hmm.
that if you
Yeah, go for it.
okay, great. So one of the it's not only presentation, it's inspiration. And I'll tell you a story. We were on tour in Florida, and a woman, a dance teacher, called me from another city in Florida and said, "I have these young Latino kids. They need inspiration. Can you come and teach class?" And I have very little. Don't worry about it. We go. I met who are of course Latino, and we taught class. And I saw this young man. He said, that's a very talented young man. And I let him know that. He had no prior training.
Hmm.
6 years later, he comes to our audition and tells us, if it wasn't about Hispanic, I would never have been inspired to do my career. That's proactive inspiration. That is giving place to our voices. And then finally, we just had, as part of Hispanic Heritage Month, we just had a Dialogos forum, a conversation at the famous LGBTQ plus A Stonewall Inn because we have to embrace all parts of who we are as Latinos and Mexicanos, and they are our community as well. And so we are able to uplift those voices, and not because you're Latino, but because who you are, as stated.
Absolutely. I want to thank you both so much for joining us today. I feel like we learned so much in short amount of time, and your organization is exceptional. So thank you both so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
For more information, you can visit their website at ballethispanico.org/HHM 2023. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Open right after this.